series. The series of a sequence is the sum of that sequence. The series of that sequence is the addition of all the terms of the sequence. T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5. So when you say, what is the series of the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? The series of that sequence is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So in other words, series has to do with the addition of sequence. So sometimes it can be called the sum of sequence. So the series of AP simply means the sum of AP. Take note of this. Under sequence, we use T1, that is the first term, the second term, the third term, the fourth term, and the fifth term. That is T1, T2, and T3. But under sequence, we use S1, S2, S3, and so on till Sn. The same way we have Tn, we also have Sn. Now, in this case, S1 is 2. S2 is 2 plus 4, which is 6. S3 is 2 plus 4 plus 6. S4 is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, and so on. The sum of the n term of an AP. We are going to set up an AP. Let A be the first term. I'm setting up a sequence. The next term is A plus D. The term next to it is A plus 2D. The next one to it is A plus 3D. If you continue that way, you get to A plus N minus 1D. There is a video that explains how we arrive at this. You can check the channel for it. Now, if this is a sequence, and what kind of sequence is it? It is an AP, arithmetic progression. So if you have something like this, and we are to determine the series of the sequence, do not forget S is what we use to represent series. So if I want to look for the series, that is the series of the nth term of this sequence, it means that since the definition of series means the sum of sequence, that is the sum of every term in a sequence. So it means we are to add all the terms of the sequence. That is the first one plus the second one plus the third one plus the fourth one plus the next one, and you get to 1 before this. There is 1 before this, which is going to be A plus N minus 2D before you now get to the nth term, which is going to be A plus N minus 1D. This is not the only way that Sn can be expressed. What if I choose to write my Xn from the back? That is from here back to this place. Since 1 plus 2 plus 3 will give me 6, and 3 plus 2 plus 1 will also give me 6, then it means they are the same. So I can also start from the last term, which is A minus 1D, plus the next to it, which is A. I'm writing it from here back to the first. So plus A plus N minus 1D plus, till you get to this part, A plus 3D plus A plus 2D plus A plus D, and finally plus A. Now we have Sn written in two different forms. The values, I want to sum these two Sn. I want to see what my result is going to look like. For example, if I have 2 Sn, let's do it here. So let's do that. This is the first one here, and this is the first one here. So if you are to add these two together, they have like terms. A plus A will give me 2A. Then I think I have this. This is another one. then plus n minus 1d. Let's go to the second part, this and this. So this will also give me their like terms, a plus a. This will give me 2a as well, plus this should be minus 2. This should be minus 2. I'm sorry about that. This should be minus 2. This should be minus 2. So I have 2a. This is nd minus 2d. When you add d to minus 2d, you have d. So you have n minus 1d. When you continue to add each, you will be getting something like this. Another part will still give you 2a plus n minus 1d. It is going to continue like that until it gets to the number of terms that you have in that sequence. So in this case, we have n number of terms, meaning that it is going to appear n times. If the number of terms that we have here is 3, then it is going to be 3 times since they are the same. So since 3 plus 3 plus 3 can be written in form of 3 into 3 places, then the whole of this plus this plus this can be written in form of this in n places. Now 2sn will be the same thing as 2a plus n minus 1d in n places. If you are to make Sn the subject of the formula, you have n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. And this is the general formula for calculating the series of an AP. Now, another formula can be derived from this formula. When you look at this formula, it's something like this, 2a plus n minus 1d, which can be splitted into a plus n minus 1d. Now look at this part. This looks like the last term, which is also the nth term of an AP. This formula can be written as n over 2 into a plus l. That is the first term and the last term into n over 2. So in some cases, you use this, and in some cases, you use this. When do you use this? When the last term is given and you ask to find xn, you can make use of this formula. But when the last term is not given, you can make use of this formula. All right, this is a beautiful example. This is a beautiful example. It says in an AP, the first term is 4 and the common difference is 3, which means that the sequence is something like this. The first term is 4. Since the common difference is 3, it means we have to add 3 to each term to get the next term to it. So if this is 4, the next term will be 4 plus 3, which is 7. The next to it will be 10. The next to it will be 13, 16, and so on. Now, the question says, be careful. The question says, find the sum of, that is series, the sum of the first 10 terms of this AP. It means add 4 to 7 to 10 to 13 to 16 till you get to the 10th term. This is T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. We need to add 5 more numbers now. So if you are doing it directly, you can do it this way. But if you don't want to do it directly, you can make use of the formula. The formula says Sn is the same thing as n over 2 into 2 times the first term plus n minus 1 into d, where our a is 4, the first term, and our d is 3. Then our n is 10, the 10th term. So it means we are to determine S10, which is equal to 10 over 2 into 2 times 4, the first term, plus 10 minus 1 into 3. All right, so 10 divided by 2 gives 5. 2 times 4 gives 8. Plus, please be careful while doing this simplification. You have to make use of your BODMAS rule. 10 minus 1 is 9 into 3. 5, let 5 remain outside until you are done with everything in the bracket. 8, then plus 9 times 3 gives 27. Then we have 5 into 8 plus 27 gives 35. Then you have 5 times 35, which is the same thing as 175. And that is our SN. Very simple.